YouTube. It's your boy, the Dynamic Y, baby. The most underrated cat on YouTube. Starting with an ask for you to please like and subscribe if you feel what I'm coming with. Help support this channel and make it grow. Because I'm not going to express nothing but wholehearted knowledge, wisdom, motivation. Where we at with it today? Let that camera zoom in. I say Vegas is something to marvel. Back out. Y'all be complaining about my damn, I ain't no cameraman. I'm a gangbanger. Oh, I'm just kidding. But shooting video is not something that I've trained and practiced and took a lot of time to perfect, which it's progress, a work in progress. I ask y'all work with me, yo. But with sincerity, honesty, and clarity, I want to help motivate change, whether it be in the legislation, whether it be in gang violence, whether it be in religion, whatever divides and causes rift within our community, I want to help express my knowledgeable opinion, insight, solution, theory, whatever I can to bring something positive to the table to help balance out the negativity that you find so frequently here on this here YouTube. But health, mental health has been on the kids' mind. But Hoodie from the Hood, my dog, San Diego 40s, he just did a recent video of the YouTubers that he rocks with. And I like to take everything as a learning lesson, you feel me? A chance or opportunity, experience to help growth. And this is an opportunity to show you how men don't get in their feelings and emotions. Because somebody somewhere got butthurt when Hoodie from the Hood didn't say their name. Or give them that what they deserve shout out in their head. Everybody is so much important than the next man that they always expect something for nothing. No. It's all love. But per request, since my boy say I don't post enough to be on his mind, I'm going to give a YA story. It's going to be one of the first. But this story is going to be about my first day on Jackson Cottage and Fred C. Nellis. Okay. The year is 1995. It's November, beginning. Not sure on the date, but it's at least 3 weeks before Turkey Day. And I'd been on Truman Cottage, which is the orientation unit in Fred C. Nellis, one of the wildest YAs in the little system. So I knew where I was going, that my dog Lil Solo from 79 Swan had just went there previously a week before, shot me a kite and gave me the dynamics. You feel me? The breakdown. Let me know what enemies is over there, what's the temperature. This is what we call checking in. You feel me? It's crazy how cats do things in jail or fear the law and to kill another brother and won't kill them. Not to promote that type of activity, but I'm just proving a hypothetical point. I'm gonna pause real quick. Loud right here. Found the quiet enough spot, YouTube, where I can get at y'all and y'all can hear me right. But like I was saying, first day to Jackson Cottage. Now, prior to me making it to why I ran into my first nemesis, I would say, Crybaby from Fruitown Power. We never really hated each other, but we just didn't like each other, if you could understand that. You know, he got into it with some Keyway before I was down mooing, and I sided with the Keyway homie, Blue from Raymond. That was my dog. Now, Harlem Blue from Harlem. But he never did like me based on that. Even when I'm glad I wasn't a homie then. He was that Fruitown. So homie Lil Soul told me like, yeah, Crybaby, like you ain't welcome with the car. You don't care what whacking they're talking about. Okay. So I go over there. After nearly escaping death on Hayes Cottage. So I'm not alone. With me is Midget from South Lows, Kiki from Paragon, and Baby Pee Wee from West Coast Crib, San Diego. So now, being on the orientation unit is entirely different than being on the mainline units. And I say that to say that I wasn't prepared to come into an atmosphere running its own program. You know, camp and juvenile hall is a single line formation, diamond star behind the back, hands in the pocket. There was always some form of discipline, structure, instruction, rules, conduct. No, before we could even check in with the police, staff, CO, correctional officers, senior youth staff, whatever you want to call them, we were banged on, ran up on. So now, I avoided the unit next door, Hayes Cottage, ran by Madman from Rolling 60s, Mr. Calvin Peoples. They wanted me bad over there. Hell, we'll get this little yellow buster. So I ducked that unit, and the only direct enemies. Now let's give you a breakdown. Let's see if I can remember. Let's start with the Phase 3 program wars, because that's who was in the day room area when we entered. So now to break you down on the program, regular daily program on Jackson Cottage. Wake up is about 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. Every morning, everybody got to be up by 6. They do wash up by certain sections, phases. So the Phase 3 wards do everything first. They get to utilize the sinks, the pissers, and all that first. Once they're out the way, the Phase 2s, then the 1s, and then you got the no programmers. Everyone gets to start off at number 1. Either you work your way down to the no phase, the no programmers, or you work your way up. So in the rooms, you had Crybaby and his roommate Coco, Mr. Husbiff, the homie in jail too now, with washed up. They was roommates. Then you had Tylo and Lil Dick from Old Hood. They were roommates. Phase 3. Wasn't too many more blacks. Oh no, Turtle from First Street, East Coast. He had a roommate as well. Who was Turtle celled up with? I want to say he was in the room with a Southsider, as a matter of fact. No. Him and Crumb from 6 Deuce East Coast was Cellies. My relative, Crumb. His uncle got a baby by my family. So Crumb was already been down since 91, 92. And I was functioning with him prior to him getting arrested, you feel me? So that gave me kind of a leeway into the not being just automatically like it's hard in there, no matter who you is, what you done, where you from, none of that. So now let's get into the dorm wards. You had a short wall, phase 2s. Tall wall was the phase 1s. Interrupted. Let me see, get back on. Okay, the short wall and the tall wall. So now the phase 2s and some phase 3s, there wasn't, is only so many rooms. So on this short wall from the beginning, start from the halfway point, it was like the bus. You know how blacks don't like to ride the front of the bus? That's how it was and why a lot of the black inmates chose to be towards the back, you feel me, away from the police. Common sense. Same thing with the bus. We used to sneak out through the back door, so it was more convenient to hop on the back. It's a little game. So now we push up in these units. Okay, now I keep getting interrupted by these weird phone calls, but I'm back focused again. So y'all get it. Where the blacks started halfway down the short wall, you had Tiny from Park Village, Sea-Dog. Next to him was Solo from Front Hood, Compton Crip. Next to him was Off Ball from Original Swamp, Compton Crip. Next to him was Bubbles, one of the buff dudes, 574 Hoover. Next to him, another buff dude. Sea-Dog was buff too. These are big guys compared to my little guy. Off Ball, Shernbo from 4 Trey Gangsters. Crook from 5'9". No, Crook was in the room as well. Crook from 5'9" Hoover. And Richie Rich from Pacoima Piru was roommates. Then you had Wildcat from Pacoima Piru, and he was from a crew at the same time. So Richie Rich also was from a crew that was Cellies with Crook for 5'9" Hoover. He was in there for a high profile case. She killed the kid out of high school. So his crew, E-Dub, didn't get along with the other homie, Wildcat, who was a wild dude. His crew, it wasn't Liggett though. He wasn't from Liggett. He was from LSD, Lady Sexual Desire or something like that, I believe. Something out there in the valley. If somebody hear me from the valley and know LSD or something like that, let me know. I always appreciate a little knowledge. But them two dudes used to be getting at it all the time. They crews didn't get along, but they merged both to Pacoima Pirus while doing their sentences, because they hoods went that way, similar that way. So now, going to the tall wall, you had Lil Solo in the back, Lil Baby Rome from A4 Swan, Bucko, Big Joe Ruff, Bad Luck from Delman Heights, San Bernardino Bless, Tiny Gage from A. Trey Hoover, Drac from Schoolyard, Pluck from Lime Hood, Kirkbo, baby Kirkbo from 5'9" Brim. Tiny CC from Schoolyard. I'm finna start getting close to that loud street again. I'm gonna probably cut y'all loose till I get back to the house. Yeah, the kid out here, you know, me and my adventures. So, the Southsiders also have some factors, though. Let me give you some of the Southsider names coming in there. Chico from 7-0. My old partner Midget from T-Flats. Speedy from 12th Street. Porky from 12th Street. Chuco from Vickystown. Wolfie from the SA Ocho West Covina, 18th Street. Joey from Florence. Kid from Florence. Just think, we all in one dorm together. And my first day, I'm coming in there to all that. Wack from IVC, who I knew from the streets and used to be from Money Side Hustlers with, is there. And he wants to act like he don't know me. Based on he used to be my big homie, he tried to earn some stripes on me, you feel me? And I didn't appreciate that. So I'm gonna show you how I did him when I get back to the house. Back at you, YouTube. So, I'm back at the house, back at the YA Babies YA story for the first time. Like I was saying prior to me getting home, Fat Wack from IVC, Tiny Wack, approached me on my first day on Jackson Cottage. Keep in mind, I know this dude, his mama, his brother Lil Wack, his daddy from East Coast. I know the whole family. His mama from East Coast. I used to ride with dudes, spend the night at his house and all kind of stuff. But I forgot, because he turned full IVC in 92. But he went to YA for a bank robbery and he got shot in the head by the police. I forgot about that. So when I get there and him acting like he don't know me, I took great offense to that, not even knowing he really didn't remember who I was. It's the problem with little kids at juvenile youth facilities trying to earn names for themselves, really scared and not trying to show that they scared and trying to do everything that they can. Because the truth of the matter is, Crybaby from Fruitown was on my head. From 1992, with him and Tiny Blue, Antonio Washington got into it. Way back then. He was on his way to YA. I done went home and did all kind of stuff. So, to throw the attention off, Crump snatched me up as soon as I got there. That took me out of the main test. And the same thing with Baby Pee Wee. I knew him from Norwalk, SRCC. So, C-Dub, Baby Pee Wee from West Coast, straight rider. So, him and Seal Bill from neighborhood 47th Street, 40s in San Diego, he snatched him up. So the essays had a thing there with seeing who they wanted to make feed mate and not feed mate, by seeing the level of how they respond to when they first hit the unit and they get ambushed by blacks. Like, this happens in no other institution. One south side of the road, the other south side of the road. Here, you got to be feeding raza in order to have the support of the other south side. And you got to earn feed raza. So, Bubbles from Hoover and them, Gage from Hoover, Crook from Hoover. No, I'm missing somebody from Hoover. Oh, Bobby T-Bone from 107, Bobby Brown. Oh yeah, forget Ray Ray from Fodu's Gangsters was there. He was in a room too. Ray Ray and Sherbo actually was roommates when I first came. It wasn't until a couple of months later Sherbo got kicked out the room. So Crub put me in his room. No, the day room actually. It was the phase 3 programmers in the day room. So everybody looking at me like, oh. So like, man, ain't you little Money Mall from Moneyside? Matter of fact, nah. Last time Crumb saw me, I was claiming East Coast. Like, you ain't from the hood no more, little nigga? Nah, man. So whooping, growing up, I knew that was gonna happen. So he laced me up. He like, you know, Whack. It's like your only real enemy over here. And he ain't really all there, so he ain't got that much respect, so I won't even worry about him. So he's saying this and this and that and that. So it's time to go to the bed areas. Program over. Crumb going to his room. This whole time, Crybaby hate that he stuck. He grabbed his Romans. When he see me in the day room, he was making a spread. Him and Coco. What other phase 3 bloods was it? Richie Rich really didn't program with the homies like that. He was in college trying to get his life together, so he wasn't really with us like that. But he was a rider and had hands, though. Don't get it twisted. He was just trying to become somebody in life. I'm going to do a story on Richie Rich. Robert Hurd. 2 P's and 1 B. So I'm getting laced up on the whole protocol of what goes on from Crumb's side. So then I get down there by the dorm. Now, where I was, my sleeping area, I slept on the top, the second to the last bed, way in the back. Like, it's like 100 yards, a football field. And I'm way in the back. Baby Rome is on one side of me. Lil Solo is on one side. I'm in the middle. Plug from Lime Hood is down in the bottom. And Crumb neglected to tell me that the Compton Pyrus and the Compton Crips was getting into it. Which I guess he felt I'm from Inglewood, was none of my business. I forgot the homie Brazy from Neighborhood Pyru was there too, Prescott. Which also I do hear from SRCC. So, at J-Rock from Rubidoux Projects, young rider, little skinny dude that you would look at and think was a nerd, had glasses, skinny dude, would get down with anything and everything. C-Loke from Pominoke was also there. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was at least 100 Crips and Bloods in this dorm. And Whack is staring at me the whole time. So I'm like, Blood, what is you looking at, Maurice? His full name was James. Rest in peace, first and foremost, to Fat Whack from IVC. Used to be Peanut from Moneyside. But keep in mind, I'm thinking Blood is like playing, trying to earn a stripe on me or something like that. I'm not finna let it go down like that. Cause I know you too good. We friends. You feel me? I'm like, nah. What you looking like? And now keep in mind, though nobody know his name, Maurice. Everybody think it's just James. Hit him with his first night. Really getting in his head like, hubby, if you don't stop looking at me, nigga, your mama stay on El Segundo in the blue apartments upstairs, number C. Now he really spooked. Now he stopped looking. He put his head under the cover. He thinking. So make a long story short, I woof on him all night. I knock it out on him. Trying to get my attention off the fact of Rome and Solo and them talking about off-ball and them that just got that plug. Plug just got kicked out the room for some with the Compton Crips. And him and Crybaby getting into it. It's a whole lot of drama. It's my first night. CYA. So the nightman come. I press on Wag. Like, we gotta get down, bro. Because the homies told me the nightman let you get down in the shower area at like 1, 2 in the morning. So I'm like trying to hurry up and prove my loyalty and riderness to everybody on this unit. I'm with whatever. Whoever want to get down, any enemies, we could do that. But it did happen. And I wait till the morning. After breakfast. Now, these was the fight times. There were designated times to get to take a fight, one-on-one active combat without getting in trouble at these specific times. In the morning after breakfast, any day. That was while we waited for school. Everybody be on the rec yard, smoking and get ready to go to school. Catch your fade then. When we come back from school, everybody goes to the rec yard to eat their lunch. You catch your fade then. When we come back from school after dinner and there's a rec program before we shut program down in showers, you get down in. Every Saturday morning, you couldn't go to the rec yard unless you were going to get down or play basketball for the first half. You had to do one either, or you're playing ball and you got to be on a designated team, or you going out there to fight or spectate. Saturday morning. Sunday before church, and Sunday morning throughout the program. We go out, we outside all day. So Sunday was the best day to do it. Long story short, that next day, we act like, yeah, cuz we gonna get down on IVC. So Jackson is a middle unit. On one side was Cleveland Cottage, and on the other side was Hayes. So I had heard just before I came that the Crips had sold Hayes up. So now Lil Rampage from Crenshaw Mafia, which is my homie at the time, they next door. T Black from Blackstone, Green Eyes from Inglewood Family. It was a gang of homies over there too. Who else was over there? Thirsty from Lil Zion. He was on a high profile case. He killed the ice cream truck man in San Bernardino. There was some more homies over there. T Black from Blackstone. G-Boy, the homie that's on YouTube. G-Boy from Skyline. Wheelo from PDL. It was a gang of homies on Cleveland. They was the kitchen unit. They ran the kitchen. Cleveland and Truman. So, come back from school. We posted. It's time to get down. Wack is way bigger than me. The time, he's about 21. I'm 15. Bam, we start locking up. Boom, boom, boom. He dropped me immediately. Bam. Soon as I fall. Crybaby, Rome, Solo, Bad, every blood ran after, jumped him. Every homie, even Crybaby. But me not bowing down from the fade is what helped me get accepted into the circle that Crybaby didn't want me to be part of. And that's my story for y'all. Inglewood out.